Hey everybody, it's Rocco the Crins. I'm just going by Rock Crin now, but you understand it's another car video. And we're way back here, and that's the lights and fries. Well, if I can get my hand out of the way. Yeah, over there, okay. That is Fry's Supermarket. It's much like a Kroger or whatever you got out where you live. Anyways, I'm fucking pissed. I'm incensed. Uh, I hate the concept of this Captain Marvel movie. I used to read the Avengers. There was a black woman named Monica Rambeau. She was Captain Marvel, and I was like, well, that's cool, whatever. And now she's been replaced by this white woman, and everyone's talking about how woke it is. But that's neither here nor there. I'm part of a lot of groups on YouTube. I follow a lot of people on YouTube and Twitter that are anti this SJW nonsense. Like, all of this SJW nonsense, and it's all nonsense. You know, more diversity for diversity's sake. We're not going to create new characters because they're cool or they have something cool to say. No, it's because they're diverse in their... They're not white men. That's the whole thing. They're not white men. And Brie Larson, she said on her press tour for a movie, I don't even know if she was in it. I don't actually know if she was in it. It was called A Wrinkle in Time, and she said, this movie's not for white men, and I don't care about white men's opinions of it. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But again, that's neither here nor there. I'm all about this. What I'm so upset about, I'm listening to Ethan's stream. Ethan Van Sciver, if you want to know. I'm listening to his stream, and he moved the goddamn goalposts. And it's just the SJWs do every time. I'm just so upset about it. It's like, oh, it looks like Captain Marvel's going to make $150 million this weekend. But next weekend, can we stop it? We couldn't stop it this weekend, and now we move the goalpost to next week. You understand where I'm coming from? Fuck this philosophy. Why couldn't we have gotten it done this week? I mean, there's a way we could have. Absolutely. I mean, Jeremy and Ivan and all of those guys could have gotten it done. But no, every normie went and saw this movie in the last couple days. And they're all going to go see it again tomorrow. And it's going to be a humongous, it's going to be like a big day for SJWs. Because they got one past us all. We couldn't stop them. Like we did on Solo. The Phantom Menace was very strong Solo weekend. But now it's the MCU. It's very different because everybody got to see every fucking Marvel movie. Well, I hadn't seen it. I'm not going to see Endgame either. Because I have no fucking care for anything anymore. The MCU used to stand for something. But when they let the Hulk get cucked, I stopped caring. I mean, I've even had people try to rationalize the reason why I hate Infinity War. And I just laugh at them. I'm like, no, the Hulk is the strongest one there is. He's the strongest one there is. And it doesn't end. Because Thanos shows up and says, no, I have a Power Stone. I'm stronger than you. No, it doesn't. No one is better. Everyone's better. No one is stronger than the Hulk. Excuse me. I digress there for a moment, but no one is stronger than the Hulk. And you just don't beat up the Hulk. You can't beat up the Hulk, except for the fact that Universal owns the rights to the Hulk, so they can only show him in so many minutes in a Marvel movie. And they wasted them all on Ragnarok, and they couldn't use them at all in Infinity War, and it's all that stupid shit. I'm telling you, peeps, telling you, anyone out there that ever cared to listen to me rant on and on, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is built on fucking how much money can we get out of these stupid people that loved these characters before we got our hands on them. I'm not saying DC's any better. I'm not going to say DC's any better, because I can't. That'd be a failure on my part. Because it's all about money. Look at Aquaman. Aquaman made $1 billion. And the first thing they said was, we're making a trench movie. Not Aquaman 2. Not fucking Aquaman 2. No, a trench movie. Because people were visually stunned by that scene with the trench. So we gotta make a movie about them, right? How fucking stupid is that? I mean, maybe they're gonna capitalize on it. I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I fucking hate it. And I hate even my side. I hate my side. I've hated the MCU since Avengers #1. Captain America can't say, Avengers Assemble. What the fuck is that? Joss Whedon is such a fucking piece of shit. He can't let Captain America say, Avengers Assemble, which is every comic book nerd's dream. Nah, he can't do it. Fuck you, and fuck them. Sorry. I know only 2 or 3 people are going to watch this video. And there's nothing to see. There's nothing to see because it's in the dark. Think of it as a podcast. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's my podcast. Where I get really hot. I'm not going to see Captain Marvel. Because I've already heard that Nick Fury gets his eye. He loses his eye to that fucking cat. Hello, people who've been invested in this cinematic universe for the last 10, 11 years, whatever it's been. Nick Fury's eye, it's not a mystery. It's a fucking cat. A fucking cat scratched his eye out. How's that for subverting your expectations? Because that's what the MCU is all about now. Because we have a Captain Marvel, from what I understand, she never has any growth as a character. She's just awesome from the beginning. She crash lands into the blockbuster. She says, where the fuck am I? Nick Fury's like, you're in 1995, bitch. Or motherfucker, or whatever, because it's Sam Jackson. And she's like, 1995, what is that? And then he has to explain to her how time moves. And I guess he introduces her to her former, it wasn't her co-pilot, but her wingman. Her wingman, which is Maria Rambeau. And again, I have to ask you, who the fuck is Maria Rambeau? Monica Rambeau was Captain Marvel when I was a kid. So why did they... Again, as SJWs, why the fuck did you change a black woman into a blonde white woman? Why did a blonde white woman take a black woman's call sign? She was Captain Marvel. She went to Secret Wars, if you don't remember. 1984, Secret Wars. I know many people don't remember, but she was there. A black woman called Captain Marvel. Anyways, so the wokeness of Marvel is to recast Captain Marvel as a white woman. Again, I have to stress this. This is how woke they are. I mean, yes, they cast Brie Larson, a feminist icon. And I don't know. Maybe she's pretty good. I don't know. And I remember the only comment I made about her during my watch of Skull Island was, she wants the BBC. And it got a giggle out of my buddy. That's beside the point. Oh, hold on. Gotta get some lights in this video. Sorry, I was leaving it like completely nothing for so long. But anyways, none of that's the point. The point of it is, the Marvel Cinematic Universe doesn't give a fuck about you or me. It's the almighty dollar, and it's all they've been after. And if they can, make Black Panther with almost everyone in it is black, except that one white dude. Even though, well, no, they went to Asia. They went to somewhere in Asia. And then they had their vibranium car. Stupid as fuck. What the fuck is that about? I mean, I try to suspend my disbelief all the time, but a vibranium car? That just hurts my head in all the wrong ways. It's like the adamantium bullet in Avengers, or not Avengers, X-Men Origins Wolverine. Like, dude, you put the adamantium in him. That made him lose his mind. And you're gonna try to take it away from him again? No, stop with all that stupid shit. Just read a comic book, you fuckers. How can you have Ultron without Hank Pym? And they fucking did it. They fucking did it anyways. And then that little... No, I'm not going off. I'm not going off. Oh yeah, I saw Alita Battle Angel last weekend. That was fucking rad. No doubt about it. Totally awesome. Oh, fuck yeah. Totally awesome. Trying to think back how good that movie is and how good the character is. Anyways, it's alright. I'm not going to see Captain Marvel. I'm not going to see Endgame. I'm done with this Marvel Universe because it's going full SJW. And they're gonna find out in like 5 years, when the normies stop going. Because nobody cares anymore. They don't want to see Squirrel Girl in the Avengers. And when Nerd Brain says, isn't it cool that Marvel's getting the X-Men? Because they can have Rogue be a villain and steal Captain Marvel's power. Just like she did in the comics 40 years ago. And again, that was 40 years ago. And she wasn't Captain Marvel then. She was just Miss Marvel. But it was still Carol Danvers. That happened in Avengers Annual number 10. If you ever want to check it out, it's written by Chris Claremont with art by Michael Golden. and it's a gem. I mean, it was the pride of my comic book collection. And it had nothing to do with Carol getting effed in that one. It was all about Rogue. It's the first appearance of Rogue. Think about that. Rogue, a fucking mighty, awesome character for, I don't know, since 1980 till, I don't know, now. Where Captain Marvel hasn't been much of anything. 2014 till now. I'm hoping Feige, that's his big plan. I hope Feige's big plan is, now that Marvel bought Fox, we can overpower Carol and turn her into like this Deus Ex Machina. And then have Rogue steal her powers as a villain. An evil X-Man. Just grab her and give her a big kiss on the lips. Because she's going to be LGBTQ this time. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But Rogue, a girl, kisses Captain Marvel on the lips and holds tight long enough to throw her into the Bay of San Francisco and leave her for dead. And then fly off with her brand new power. Because that's all I can hope for as a Marvel Comics fan of, since the 70s. I mean, I gave up on them in the early 90s, and I haven't read a Marvel comic since, but, that's just me. I didn't like the way they were taking the characters. That's all. I didn't like the way they were writing the books. I didn't like the way they wrote the X-Men. Even when Grant Morrison was on the book. And it's a lauded series. It's just not for me. I mean, I want my heroes to be big damn heroes. And yeah, I want them to struggle. I need them to. It's always funny how everyone says, well, you can't write Superman, but, because Superman can defeat everything. I'm just like, well, that's why you put his supporting cast in peril. That's why he has such an awesome supporting cast. So you can put them in peril and give Superman some moral quandaries. He has to think about, well, it's the world or the girl I love. You can't do that every week or whatever, once a month. But you can draw on that all the time. Because he's got Jimmy, and he's got Perry White, and he's got Ma and Pa, and he's got, he's got a rich history of supporting cast. And he's also got Kryptonite. He's got magic. He's got that fifth dimension shit with Mixie Spitlick, or whatever they call him these days. You know what I mean? That imp with the top hat. We all watched cartoons back in the day. We know what I'm talking about. None of that, not any of this, has anything to do with social justice. I don't know how they got into comics. I honestly don't know. And I don't know how they got into Marvel Comics. Because as Ethan Van Sciver on his own channel said, this is 25 years ago, or 21 years ago, he came over. Mike Carlin, the editor at DC Comics, told him, hey, look, over there at Marvel, that's a fucking Corvette. And over here, we're like your mom's station wagon. Yeah, maybe that wasn't the Mike Carlin speech. Mike Carlin said, hey, look, when you come over here, we treat our characters with respect. They've been around longer than you and I have combined, and they're going to be around a lot longer than any of us. Something along those lines. So treat him with respect, yo. And according to Ethan, that hit him like right in the solar plexus. Like right where it mattered. And he's done that ever since. And as over 20 years working for DC, he started seeing those. I don't know why political lines get drawn all the fucking time. I don't know. I honestly can't tell you. I don't know. But in the comic book world, I mean, shit, it shouldn't be like, if you voted for Trump, we don't want you working here anymore. But that's what happened to Ethan. And he's one of the best artists I've ever seen. I mean, Jim Lee's still there, but he must be a lefty. I don't know. Anyways, I know I've rambled, but the idea is, my thesis statement is, don't move your goalposts, anti-SJWs, because you're just like them. You're just the same as them. Have a good night, everybody. Peace out.